Alright, so let's take a look at this and see what we've got. So, I think pretty much everything's been checked. No, I didn't check the top part. So let me check it. I wonder how much of a difference it makes if I get on a... Maybe I'll go onto the kitchen table and just straighten out those lines like that. You know, I never really thought about it, but wow. I don't know, honestly, if it changes the look of the painting or not. It would be really neat to have some of our more experienced members of the community. I would like to find out what is the proper way that we're supposed to, not we're supposed to, but that a professional would recommend and finishing off a painting. Are there certain techniques that we should know about? So if we choose to include them in our process, we can, versus not. And I know that if I really start getting into this, I'll likely kind of have to not have to, but I'm really not a person that collects. I mean, I guess we'll have to set that conversation up for another topic, but I've never lived in a location really long enough to collect. I remember my first home that I had was my first husband and I did so much to get that home. We built up that for years. I met when we were 24 and we had worked together, and it was on our first date, he had me do a dream board. Our first date included me writing up a dream board of what I wanted in my life. I didn't realize it at the time. Well, I guess I did. But he wanted me to do that because he had decided that the next person he dated was going to be his wife. And before we dated, before we started dating, it's hard to say. I'll tell the story. Before we started dating, he wanted to make sure that the kind of life I envisioned for myself, I was 24 at the time and he was 31, we thought that he could provide it, or it would be part of what I would want in my world, and so we knew each other before. I personally didn't think much of it. He is a blonde, and I have a thing for brunettes, so, oh, here's that wire. Let me attach it. Oh, you can see my hand, the mic. We'll see if that makes a difference. So, anyway, oh, did you see that? Got one that came off. So what I've learned about with putting that rolling, anyway, what had happened was we had gone to the movies. We were supposed to go to the Gay Pride Parade in LA. I lived in LA at the time, and I always supported the Gay Pride Parade. It was one of the best events I felt we had in the city, and I had a friend who had an apartment in the path of the parade, and so we used to give out condoms. We would throw condoms from the balcony to anybody that asked for them who's walking underneath. They were close by, so it wasn't like pelting. I mean, it wasn't. It was a nice thing. It was part of what we did. I actually put together a group. It so happens that my godbrother writes, I don't know how you call it, but like opposite erotica. So he's a gay man, but he writes lesbian porn, and it so happened that I met somebody else. I was meeting a lot of creative people at that time, and I met somebody else that wrote erotica from another person's point of view, and everybody was going to be somewhere. I don't even remember all the details, but I just remember that I knew people that I thought, how cool if they knew each other. And so I put together an event to have everybody meet each other, and it was so much fun. I don't remember the details because it's currently 2022, February 2022, and the event that I'm talking about would have been 96 or 97. I'm wondering, maybe I don't think 95. I wasn't up in LA by 95. Well, I was, but I wasn't. Not at that time anyway. Not to know those people is what I'm talking about. And look, we have a piece done, my friends. Oh, we have a piece done. This is exciting. Okay, so we are going to kit down. Is that how we term it? You guys, I trust that you'll teach me the verbiage I need to know. So anyway, so kitting down means, so my understanding is, because these are kits, we in this community do things called kitting up and kitting down. Kitting up is when we take the beads and we take everything that's in our setup. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. That's how I'll learn. Is you kitting up is doing everything that it takes to prepare to start actually diamond painting. And kitting down would be the term associated with closing it all up. So moving it. Wow, look at that. Yeah, Irene. Not Irene. Oh, I loved Irene. She was my previous nail person when I lived in LA. I'm with UT now over at Signature Nails. I'll leave her information, but I messed them all up. I have a photo shoot this Saturday. I just finished up with John Casablancas. My father decided that he's the one who helped me think about all this stuff. And so he thought, why aren't you, you would make a great flow, he said. So he bought me a John Casablanca membership, or however you call it. I'm very excited about it. So anyway, so kitting down is when you put the beads from the packets they come in, unless they're already in a Ziploc, which I ended up getting my first kit that had the numbers already in Ziploc bags, which has been amazing. And you put your beads in a workable way for you, in a way that works for you. That's the English. And so the way that works for me, if it doesn't come in bags that are sealed. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. So these I don't have bags for. It's on my list to go get bags, but kitting down is when you take all of your bags and you end up making it so that your kit is together so that you know your numbers. Now, I guess what I'm going to start doing is eventually, you'll watch, I imagine, is I'll end up putting all of these in a book or something like that so that they're easy to get and so that the numbers are clear. But right now, that is not my organizational step. Right now, I kind of am a little afraid. That's a little scary. Well, they're such different colors that if it opens up, I did have one bag, didn't I? Oh no, we put that empty bag in there, didn't we? All right, there it is right on top. So that's a J. There's J. So kitting down would mean you take oh, no wonder. I'm gonna ruin this for her. Ruin my nails for her. That's funny. They're ruining my nails for me. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. I just put it in the bin. And then that piece goes into the garbage. Now, what I didn't check was if those are duplicates. So I think because I'm a little scared, is I'm going to instead write myself a note of 20, 22 in the storage box. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to go in the bin, and I'm putting the one thing I haven't liked about this box. Let me see if I can raise it up. Whoops. Sorry. Boom. Let me see. There you go. So the thing I haven't liked about this box is the clasps are in the wrong spot for me. It's not. Oh my, look at all those. How is that possible? Look at all those. I think I've accepted that if I'm diamond painting, my world is going to have little diamonds everywhere. I am going to be talking to Jerry. He did a bunch of work around the house, and he's a general contractor in the neighborhood that I think just does a really, really good job. They fix some items around the house, and happy with the work they did. We've had other contractors here, and they didn't do as good of a job. We had a slab leak a couple weeks upon moving into the house that destroyed the first floor. And I'm not happy with that contractor at all. He messed up a lot. Not stuff that can't be fixed, but and more aesthetic than everything. It was aesthetic stuff that he did that I didn't really like. But what I don't like is that I like the smooth side. And I know that this was made with an indent, but that doesn't really, I don't like working it that way, because if I'm working here, I'm only dealing with the difficult line. So, and for some reason, I haven't liked, I guess it's me, I haven't liked working on from the back. So maybe if I move some of these, that made no sense what I just did. Oops. But if I put the elephants here, maybe I'll have a better shot of not using this and using a side that I like. I feel like these are also too high. I mean, I don't understand why it's so high up. It would make more sense to me, and they're as low as they can go. If the ridge part, I'm gonna stop and do it again.